Hi friends, welcome into my craft studio. I'm Heidi with Heidi Ensemble DIY, and in today's episode we're going to be making some crafts for the fall season that have an apple theme to it. I hope you enjoy the content of this video. Now come along and let's make something beautiful for our homes. The Dollar Tree had this beautiful sign and I wanted to spruce it up with an easy to do craft project. I found these 2 metal wire baskets. I have 7 of these longer painter sticks as well as a whole bunch of these thicker craft sticks. I'm going to take those 7 long painter sticks and I'm going to line them all up so that we can turn it into a big board. And then I'm going to take these larger craft sticks and I'm going to cut off the rounded tip at the ends of them, and I'm going to glue them onto the back side of these painter sticks. Once those are glued in place at the top, in the middle, and the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and move on to painting it. And I really like to put a lot of these at the back because it really helps support it. You can add wood glue if you would like as well, but the hot glue dries really quickly. Now I'm going to paint the entire thing black. You can paint it whatever color you want. That's the best part about paint. Customize it to your liking in your home decor. And then I'm going to just do a couple of little holes that I'm going to be drilling so that I can put my baskets on. I'm lifting up my palette that we just made onto some of the little wooden crates the Dollar Tree has, just so I don't go through my table. And then I'm going to use some zip ties. I'm going to come in through the back, loop it around the basket, come back down through the hole, and then I'm going to zip tie them all together. This part's really easy. You might be able to use a crocodile on this, but the only problem is I don't think it's going to reach in far enough, which is why I use my drill. If you have a big bite, which is the longer extended version of a crocodile, you could use that probably. So I'm just going back down in with these zip ties. This project is super quick, super easy, and it has the cutest look when it's done. I'm zipping the back of them, cutting off the extra, and then flipping it back over. I did add a little bit of black paint into the holes once I drilled, just so that I didn't see any of that wood. I wanted it to all be black and neutral. And then up at the top, easy peasy, we're going to add a lot of hot glue, center on our apple picking sign, and it's ready to be used to organize things in your kitchen. I was online the other day and I saw this really expensive mirror and I thought, oh my word, I could totally make that with this serving tray from the party section at the Dollar Tree and one of these round mirrors. All we have to do to get the look of this high-end mirror that I saw is paint the tray black. I did a couple of coats of it. I would recommend using a chalk paint, or you could also spray paint it if you wanted to. And then once I did a couple of coats of that, I went ahead and let it dry really well. And now we're going to just simply attach this mirror right onto that serving tray. I'm using E6000 and hot glue on it. And then this particular mirror that I saw had a little bit of distressing on it, some rusting to it. I ended up seeing it, by the way, on Antique Farmhouse. It's where I see a lot of my ideas when I see things really overpriced that stores put out there. You can make it so much more affordable for your home and get a beautiful farmhouse look. I'm just adding on some brown paint and some cinnamon to get a rusted look around the rims, and you go as heavy on this as you want. You cannot do the cinnamon trick at all. It's up to you. But the mirror turns out so beautiful, and it's such a substantial piece to put on your wall that has a beautiful farmhouse look. Now I'm just adding on some twine onto the back so I can hang it up. And I always like to secure it with a little bit of extra fabric to really lock it into place. For this craft, I'm going to be using this meshed wired basket, this candle stem holder, this foam block, the fabric, and the florals. Everything is from the Dollar Tree except for the fabric. I get that from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to adhere this basket right onto the candle stem holder. I'm using some E6000. I put some on the candle stem holder and then on top of the basket to kind of bind it all together. And then I'm bringing in some hot glue for the long-term, short-term hold while everything dries. I put it off to the side and now I'm going to work on my florals. I like to always cut them apart because I just feel like when you cut them apart, you can really play with them and make them look like a wild garden, a big bouquet of flowers. It looks more natural to me. I'm just snipping them all apart. Dollar Tree has some fantastic florals. I will say I do not like that they're charging $1.75 for these florals, but they still are one of the better deals out there for florals. I do like to also pick up florals from Hobby Lobby when they have their 40-50% off coupons. Those are my, well, not coupons, they're sales that they have. Those are my favorite deals. I love those. I always pick up florals around that time, but all of these florals are from the Dollar Tree, and they're so beautiful when you bring the creams, these golden yellows with the red tones and that citrusy green. They're so pretty. I poked them all into the foam, and now I'm going to just wrap some fabric up around the foam block, and I just set it right inside so that way I can switch it out with different florals for different seasons. I love a kitschy wall art piece, especially if you have a gallery wall in your kitchen. I found this scalloped wooden box from the Dollar Tree, and I have one of these apples on hand. I'm going to paint the box black, and once it was painted all around, front, back, sides, I let it dry, and then I took my sanding piece of paper or a sanding block, whichever you have on hand. The Dollar Tree has a great sanding block, but on this day I'm just using a piece of sandpaper. I'm going to rough it up so that we can get that farmhouse look, and it really does help elevate and lift the scallop so you can see it nicely. I'm just going to simply do a quick sand all over it to show that wood coming through and gives a little bit of a distressed look. And then once it was completely sanded the way I liked, I'm going to take my apple and carefully cut down into the apple so that way I can get a flat surface because I'm going to glue it into this little box. I remember seeing decor pieces like this back in the 60s and 70s from like home decor magazines, and I think it's so cute. I want to bring it back. I do. I want to bring it back. So I'm going to glue this cute little apple right inside this tray. Wouldn't this be so adorable next to your cabinets or in a little gallery wall artwork that you had going on in your home? Super cute, super simple to make. I hope you give this one a try. Well, that's it for today, friends. I had a few quick crafts using apples and fall warm tones. I hope you will give these a try, and don't forget to head over to my channel gallery. I have tons of new craft videos that have been coming out over this last month. I hope you go over and check them out and find some more fun things to watch. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel every time you do. And leave a comment down below. Let me know which one you like, which one you think you might try, and if you like to decorate with apples for the fall season. I'm going to recommend this video right here. It came out the other day. And until the next episode, bye friends.